Seasonal greetings to you all, Babugele Emakaya. Welcome back to another edition of Let's Cook With, and happy New Year to you all. We are back again to give you another stunning chef, and today I have someone very special. You are definitely gonna be loving this. She has been your social media influencer when it comes to food talk, and she has been a part of Vakasha's Eswatini. So there is too much to know about her. She will be with me in the kitchen going tiki on the pot, and you are definitely going to love her. She has prepared a beautiful 3-course meal that you will be preparing this New Year's. Please do join me as we welcome Thabile Maripe into our kitchen, and of course, shooting from this beautiful place, Nkonyeni Golf Estate, House 1020. It is absolutely beautiful. They have provided us with a very beautiful kitchen. And what's lovely about that is that you too can come here and enjoy yourself with your family, with your friends, or alone. But please do stay tuned as we see who Thabile is. Thabile Maripe is a home cook and food lover who started blogging under the name My Kitchen Top since 2017. Nothing gives Thabile greater joy than sharing her love for wholesome and hearty food. As much the art of making it as enjoying it. The best of her times are spent in the kitchen creating. Cooking has been part of her journey from her childhood years. It became an escape which transitioned into a full-blown love affair, one she treasures and nurtures to this day. And as I have mentioned, I am with your favorite food influencer and someone who is an overall winner when we are talking food. She is here today to give us the best of what we can prepare this festive season, and she has a delicious 3-course meal for you, Babugele Makaya, this very new year. Thabile, welcome to the show.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
I think you're the lady that needs no introduction. Is that safe to say?
Not really. Feel free to introduce me.
You introduce yourself. What would I know you? They don't know I know.
Yeah, no, fair enough. My name is Thabile Maripe, from My Kitchen Top, which is really sort of a social media cooking platform. I'll call it that. And so, yeah, I'm a food enthusiast, I'm a food blogger, and I just love food.
Yeah, it speaks for itself. I think everyone who's engaged with you or your social media platform, My Kitchen Top, has seen that you certainly know your business. And you have brought your business to our lovely kitchen. So please, can you just get into the starter? I don't know what it is. It doesn't look like chicken, it doesn't look like turkey, but it's certainly something nice that you're going to be making for us today. Can you take us through what your main is, because we need to get that going while we prepare the other dishes.
Yes, so we will start with the first part of the starter, which is, this is a duck, okay? It's just a sort of an alternative to the turkey,
the chicken,
the gammon, you know, that we normally have at Christmas, the chicken, obviously, which we have all year round. So it's a 2-kilogram bird, this particular one, and it's a bit on the pricey side, but it's really an exotic, so to speak, alternative for Christmas. Yes. So we will make duck. We will glaze it, and then we will roast it, and then we'll glaze it, and then. Basically, what I have here are the ingredients that I will use, but for marinating it or just for seasoning, I will just stick to the basics, which is salt and pepper, my all-time favorites, and then I'll use a bit of aniseed. We'll have a bit of garlic.
Okay, all right. Can you please just jump into it? I want to see you work on that duck now.
Okay. All right. We'll start with just seasoning it inside, salt and pepper, there.
All right.
Okay, we'll start with the inside.
And do you have like a certain measurement for the amount of...
You test taste. You taste to taste. You taste to taste.
Okay.
Yeah, taste. It really is dependent on your preference. Some people like a bit of salt, some don't. But a bird does generally have a hard exterior.
So the
I mean,
salt
it has a thick layer of
skin,
fat.
yeah.
Yeah, so you want to...
salt it
Yeah,
really
so I
well.
just will marinate the cavity there.
Okay.
Sort of season it, not marinate, and then I will drop the aniseed in there. And then
You tie it
I'm
up.
going to tie it up. If you can pass me the...
You want the small one?
Yes, the small one.
Okay.
Yes, so you can help me with this.
Tie up the legs. Okay,
Yep.
can I quickly wash my hands?
Yes, please. Okay.
Oh, but you've done it all now.
Time is of essence. Okay, please hold it.
Okay.
Yeah. So ideally, you can use a kitchen.
String.
Yeah.
Those strings here.
Yeah. But this works as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a soft wire.
All right.
Yeah. And then now we'll work on the exterior. This is where I use the olive oil. Okay.
And you just...
Yes.
How much?
just
How much
drizzle.
do you use?
Enough for the size of the bird.
Okay.
You just want to drizzle the outside, and
That
then
looks like a massage.
yeah. And then I will incision here, because these are fatty parts of the duck. And a lot of oil you will see will come out as ipega. This is like a very significant difference with this and the chicken. In a mafuta. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then we put the rest of the seasoning. Essentially, I put about 2 tablespoons for this whole bird of each. That is the salt and the pepper. This is coarse black pepper, which you sort of...
Grind out.
Yeah.
And because like I can see that it has a really tough skin, and maybe it would be like hard to penetrate the salt and make it have flavor. Yes.
You what?
Le flavor again.
No, it does, because as it cooks, and the glaze is going to, come in quite handy.
So I don't need to overwhelm the bird with a lot of salt.
You don't, but honestly, it's a preference. Some people are not really happy to
have a lot
use
of salt.
Yeah. So, yeah. So now that I've done this, we are going to move the bird onto the pan.
All right.
Yes. So I will just rub a bit of the oil here. We have preheated the oven
To
180 degrees.
okay.
Yes. So there.
And then that just goes into the oven for
Yes.
how long exactly?
Initially, we'll put it in for like 40 minutes.
But
and
until
then-
you're satisfied.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's sort of like, you have to take it out, turn it over, put it back in.
All right.
Yes.
And then you prepare the glaze straight after.
Yes.
Okay,
Then you go.
let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, so as the duck keeps on going, we will be preparing the honey glaze, I believe,
Yes.
with
It's the glaze, yes.
our mystery ingredient, orange juice. I don't know what the orange juice is, but today we will learn something new, viewers at home. But for now, let's wait for the duck and then we tune into the glaze.
Yes.
And I see now that you have laid out your very mysterious ingredients for that honey glaze. Can you please just take us through that? What ingredients do you have for us, and how is this going to happen?
Okay, so I'm going to fry the onion, the red pepper, and a bit of garlic,
All right.
smashed garlic, and then I will introduce the different, the coriander seeds there. There's the aniseed here, and there's chilies, and just as it becomes fragrant, I will then drop in the honey and the juice. The juice will reduce on the stove, and then it will become like
a syrup of some
yeah,
sort.
well, not a syrup, but
I'm
Yeah,
really
but-
trying to imagine this, but at least
It will
you're
reduce,
here with me.
we wanted to reduce maybe to about, there's about 3 cups there. So want to reduce it to be about like a cup.
A cup.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this
okay.
is what we will then use to glaze the
duck.
Yeah.
And what's the purpose of that glaze? Is it to make it look juicy?
Yes, but also just it enhances the taste. Yes, it enhances the taste. So we will also just blend there'll be some residue from the onions, and then we will use that, set it aside and use that as part of when it's served to, if you want to sort of, you know, add that onto your meal.
All right.
Yeah.
I see you're about to chop
Yes.
your very
my
fresh herbs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll chop them finely because ultimately, I'm not finely, but just roughly, because ultimately they're supposed to be blended.
Okay.
So I'll have that. So we go onto the stove. So we need about 2
Tablespoons of
here.
olive oil.
Yes.
Preferably.
The onion and yeah. So it
And
will
I see
heat
you've
up.
already chopped your onion.
Yes. So it's just to chop it roughly. You know, I just did some I cubed it.
Very big pieces
Yeah, sort
or
of medium. The preference, it really doesn't matter because you will then
and
blend
it
it.
goes
Yeah, it will sort of,
okay.
yeah, shrivel.
And the spatula.
Yes, please. And the garlic, the smashed garlic. Thank you. May I have the red pepper, please?
Okay.
I'll now add the herbs.
Okay.
Yeah. We have the herbs. Thank you.
Smells amazing. Even
Yeah,
the
so now you
onions.
start, exactly.
Yeah.
You start smelling the fragrance. So now, whilst it's cooking there, again, I will chop the chilies.
And this is to
roughly.
someone's preference.
Yes, you may use it, don't use it, really, it's up to you.
But I mean with the honey glaze, you want something that will like sort of give you different flavors.
Yes,
So it's
the
not too
contrast
sweet.
is always good.
Yeah.
The sweet, savory, spicy, tangy, awesome.
Okay.
Always awesome. I'm adding this now, the aniseed and the chilies.
And just red chili, or you can also use maybe if you have like a sauce, like a hot sauce.
Yeah, that
And
can,
just dip
yes,
it in.
Yes, that can work. It's just this cayenne chilies are always more accessible.
We always want
If you want
fresher
jalapeno, up to you. If you want bird's eye, or the sauce that you have, it works.
All right.
Yeah.
One thing that I love about the kitchen is your nose can tell that there are flavors going, and we've definitely had that experience. So you are having your onions going, and what are you adding now?
I have my onions, my peppers going with garlic, and now I've added the herbs, fresh herbs. Now I'm adding coriander, the coriander seeds in there.
And you can get that at any spice store.
Yeah, it's available, or in the biryani mix pack, you will find coriander seeds in there.
All right.
Okay, you want to have them there, and then they start popping.
Okay.
To release the flavor. And salt and pepper.
And then how long does that go on for? Because you said you want...
Yeah, you can see the onion, you can say yeah.
Okay.
Yes, so that adds to the flavor, like the char flavor. And then salt and pepper. Never mind my pot. It's in the works. Now, please pass me the honey.
Honey.
Vinegar. Okay, I'm sorry.
So the
guys.
honey goes in?
As you taste,
Yeah.
you can then adjust it to your preference. Again, and the vinegar, please.
I think this is definitely gonna cause a stir in the kitchen because the minute it releases flavors, our noses are like gone. Okay, so you added red wine vinegar.
Yes. You may use alternative vinegar. I just felt balsamic vinegar would have been a bit strong, on the strong side.
There has certainly been a lot of crackling in the kitchen and a smell of good flavors. Our chef has been adding some orange juice and good flavors to enhance the flavor of her glaze. So she is gonna let us know, Guti, chef, juice lapha. Can you tell us what's happening lapha estofini?
Okay, ngifake red wine vinegar.
Okay.
Which I followed with orange juice.
Okay. So there is a starch that goes with our very lovely duck that you'll also be preparing for us.
Yes.
Can you just tell us about that before we get into it?
Okay, so that one is a pretty straightforward. It's a creamy, it's a smoked creamy mash, which we'll have, and then we will also have, you know, the peels. We will also have the peels as a I'm
just fascinated by everything happening
like
in this kitchen.
fried peels as well, which will go well with the mash. And I say with siwe. Yeah, so that will be our mash, and then we'll complement it with a salad, which we'll prepare towards the end.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's wait for our glaze to get going, and then we head on over to our lovely starch and our salad, you said?
Yes,
that we're
we'll
going
do
to
that later. The salad will be the last item on the menu.
Okay.
I mean, the last item that we'll prepare.
All right,
Yeah.
Stay with us to see what the chef has for us in terms of our main. Chef, our duck has been going on for a while. We've seen you turn it over and it looks absolutely amazing. Looks like something that's already ready to eat. But what have you prepared or will be preparing for us to go with our lovely duck today?
Okay, as an accompaniment to the duck, we are going to make mash, which is with like a smoked flavor. Potato mash. So we're going to boil mash and then boil potatoes and then throw in some cream. Okay, we've got butter, we've got emasi, we've got cream, we've got onion and chives, salt and pepper, which will all go into, and cream cheese, which will all go into making this mash very, very creamy and fluffy. Yeah, and then over there I have the potato peels.
Okay.
Yes, which we will fry and sort of set aside. They'll also just form part of the meal when we serve. Yeah.
So you use them as like a garnish or plate? Or what?
Yes, but also it just complements, you eat them as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the other, you can always either just boil and have your mashed potato with the
peel on.
Yes, with the peel on.
All right.
Yeah.
So you said we are gonna...
Yes, so
the water's already boiling.
Okay, so now we need to just chop the potatoes into 4. You can help me with that.
4.
Just, or 4 or more, just rough chopping.
So this is for them to boil quickly.
Quicker, yeah. That's really all it is. Quicker too. So now I'll just throw in the potatoes into the pot.
Okay. While I try and finish
chopping those, and we put them in as well.
All right. Now,
yes,
those are done as well.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, we will throw in some salt in there.
So that's your salt and pepper.
Yes.
Mixed.
Yes.
Just maybe a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons.
Depending on, because we used 5 potatoes, I could say 1 tablespoon salt and maybe a teaspoon of pepper.
Okay.
Yes.
And then
So
now
cover it and let it boil, and then we will fry the onion, the skins. So in the pan.
So you have added a bit of oil onto your frying pan.
Yes, about 3 tablespoons of olive oil.
And then the peels just go in.
Yes, I put a bit of salt for taste.
Okay. I like how this is not a waste. You don't waste anything
Yeah,
here.
no, definitely. That's the point. So that's what I'm saying. You either can just mash your potato with the skin on.
Oh, okay.
Or you just use the skin for something else. And this is what we have done here.
Right.
Yeah, basically. So whilst this cooks, then I get ready. When this is done, I'll throw in the same pan, I'll throw in the butter, the onion, and the chives, and then
You move that out.
Sorry? Yes, this I'll set aside.
Okay.
Yes, we will use it when we serve.
Okay.
Yeah, when we eat.
And then you've also set aside the honey glaze that you're preparing.
Yes, so the honey glaze, we've got about 2 minutes now on the duck for us to then glaze. Yeah,
okay.
so we'll use the glaze for that. But you see now, they're coming up nice and crispy.
Oh. We have had our duck go on for some time, and you've had like some flipping times. Now you've added the honey glaze, which makes it look even more, smells. Like, yabona abantu labakashana njengalababukeli abayiva lemfulo engiyivako mina enyalo. Just the smell, I want to indulge already. Can you tell us how many minutes you spent before flipping it over?
Okay, initially it was 40 minutes. It was in there with just the salt, pepper, and olive oil. And then we flipped it over. Okay, we drained the oil and then flipped it over for about another 20 minutes. And then nakpela lo 1 hour, basically. Then it's now that we're putting the glaze that we're preparing, yeah.
Okay. So does it go back into the oven
Yes,
for
it
a
goes
while?
now to like broil.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. It'll just maybe like 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah, 15-20 minutes, and then it should be
done.
all good.
So now we're going to move on over to the creamy, I'm saying don, creamy part of the dish. And then once our potatoes are boiling, the viewers will see how you got to your mash. So let's just jump straight into the process.
Okay, awesome. Let me put this back in the oven. I'm preparing now, the sauce, I'll call it, that we will use with the mashed potato. We'll add to the mashed potato. So I'm frying with butter, I'm frying onion, and with Spanish smoked paprika to give it that smoky flavor. So I'm sauteing the onion now. Okay, and I put in a bit of salt and pepper.
All right.
Okay, so I'll wait for it a little bit. I'll reduce the
You have
heat.
onion for our mash.
Mash, yes.
The onion goes in the mash.
Yes.
Okay. I've never had mash with onion, so that'll be a first. The mashing of the potatoes has happened. Our potatoes boiled and they are nice and soft. So you mash them up, and then I saw you added some onion stuff in there. Can you please explain what you did to get your mash to that consistency and that look?
Okay, so I had been frying onion with paprika, with smoked paprika. So then once the onion mesh. So I've meshed it up together. Now I'm going to add my cream cheese. Okay, I'll start with half the tub, mash it in, and then I put in
Your
my
masi.
masi.
Okay. I don't even know which one is masi here.
And my cream. Look, you may as well decide to just put milk or just the cream alone.
That's just to maybe achieve the consistency.
Yeah, I want it to be like creamy, but a bit wet, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We have had our main course going, and now we are jumping into the dish you eat before you actually eat. You know, it's the one that prepares your stomach for the big things to come. And you've chosen a soup, I believe, which is something that's not so common these days. Like banda vasawadima soup, or bayawa bandlulula to say, because I think a soup is a very healthy thing. I just don't trust soups. Can you tell us what you'll be making for our soup? I see you've got vegetables, you've even got cheese.
Yes.
Which I didn't know went for a soup. And yeah,
Yes.
please take us through your ingredients.
So I'll be making a broccoli cheddar soup as a starter. I like it because of its texture. You can have it just as a soup, or if you're a light eater, that can just it has the potential to be filling.
Oh, okay.
So I like it. I like its richness and its texture. So here I have my broccoli florets here, and then I have cream. I have cheddar, grated cheddar here, salt and pepper, nutmeg, garlic, crushed garlic, a bit of flour as our thickening agent, onion and butter.
Cake flour
and carrot.
or what?
Just
normal flour?
Yeah, this is self-raising, but really it can be
Anything,
flour.
okay.
Yeah, flour is a good thickening agent.
And
then,
the carrot.
A carrot, yes.
And
over there
here
is
you
the
have
stock, the chicken stock.
It's just water and stock cubes.
Yes, stock.
My lovely, lovely chef, can we just dive right into the process? What will you be doing with the broccoli? And there's a carrot in front of me.
Yes.
What must I do with the lovely carrot?
Julienne, the carrot, please, for me, cut in half and then julienne it. And I am going to start the fire there, and I'll saute the onion with butter, and then add in the carrot, add in the florets, and then the rest of the ingredients. Yes.
Okay.
So please do that whilst I do this. Sauteing the onion in butter. I will then add salt and pepper plus a nutmeg. Bese get our flour, which is a thickening agent. No, before the flour, actually, I have to put in the carrots. And then the flour, the broccoli.
Okay.
Okay. And then when that is done, the stock comes in, the cream comes in, and then the last item is the cheese. And then we're done. Salt and pepper. Just about 2 teaspoons. Okay, may I have the carrots, please? Okay, sorry.
of the broccoli, so it's a gradual thing. You don't just drop it in at once. You added just a bit of your carrots, and I see that you put in some salt and pepper to taste.
Yes, the reason I'm just putting this gradually also is the size of my pot. So I'm trying to make sure everything goes past the fire.
All right.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what kind of soup is this? Because it can be a bit of anything. Would say, you're keeping the vegetables whole, and then we have the broth, or is it like a creamy soup where you blend everything up and it's all in one mix?
So with this one, what you can do is do half and half. Blend half of it and leave the rest and mix it up all together. Or you can blend all of it.
Okay.
Or you can leave all of it.
It's totally up to you.
It's really up to you, you
The
know.
flavor is still the same.
Yes, it is. Although, you know, when it's all blended, you kind of, there's less chewing.
Okay.
You know, so you kind of like, some enjoy it better that way than to keep chewing, because also you wanna, if you keep the florets, you want them to retain a crunch. So you wanna
It also gives those bits and pieces of vegetables.
Yes.
Okay, you all done with the carrots?
Yeah, I'm done with that. Now I'm dropping in my flour. There I am. So I've put in the flour. Yes. Now I am putting in the stock. Okay.
And the flour is for...
It's a thickening.
Oh, it's a thickening agent.
It's a thickening agent, yes.
Yeah.
To serve as a thickening agent. But yeah, so now I'll put this, and I need for it to start boiling before I add the last two ingredients, which is the cream and the cheese.
Okay.
And then we'll be done.
Maybe
So we can
10 minutes time?
Yeah, maybe in 10 minutes it should be done, because we just want the florets to just be soft.
Do you retain the crunch since it's a soup, or do you want them to be as sloppy as possible?
No, okay, I'm going to blend it, so it's fine. It can overcook.
Okay, it can overcook.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but always the rule of thumb with vegetables, it must have the crunch.
Okay, then straight after that, you're going to add your cream, a bit of your cheese, then throw it into the blender.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
it's just like that.
Just that.
And
Cream.
then we'll get to see our final product.
Yes.
Okay.
Then we're done.
And we're done.
Yes,
We'll have our
ma'am.
soup later. So you got that, viewers. Just add in a bit of cream, a bit of cheese, and then you are done with your soup. You can blend it if you like, or retain it just as whole vegetables. Any way you like it. Do half and half. It's all up to you.
Yes,
So yeah.
ma'am.
Then we move over to our dessert. Stay with us. We are bringing you nice things. And now, to top off your stomach with something absolutely amazing, our chef is getting into the dessert. But you know, that's not my business. She has prepared you something stunning. But she knows how to turn it up a notch, and it's not so bready anymore. Chef, what do you have for us as our dessert?
So our dessert is a fruitcake French toast. Okay, so
Fruitcake.
the conventional French toast,
Okay.
which I'm sure you know,
Okay.
with a twist. So usually this is a dish that is synonymous with breakfast most of the time.
Yes.
But now I just decided to use that as a dessert with that fruit cake. So instead of having a fruit cake, we're having a fruit cake French toast. Now, what makes it a fruit cake is more the flavor of it, because it has mixed spice in there. And then it has pecan nuts, it has berries in there. It has
Blueberries or raspberry,
it's raspberries,
blueberries.
blueberries, yes, vanilla essence, sugar. So essentially, that's you know what you throw in, and then you have to let it stand. Yeah, so it kind of like has to absorb the
Maybe
flavor,
an
just like
overnight?
a fruit. Yes, an
Certainly
overnight.
an overnight.
Yeah, an overnight if you have the time. If not, just make sure for a few hours it just sits,
Okay.
so that you will get the flavor coming out of that.
So, you know, we have done our part. We have done the overnight part. So you are just going to quickly mix this up, and we'll do our magic and have it now.
Yes. So I'm starting with the butter.
All right,
This is
melted
melted
butter.
Yes. I'll just use this to line the bottom.
Okay.
I've dissolved about a spoon of brown sugar. Yeah. So this is what we're using to line the base.
So brown sugar in your
So
butter.
casserole, pan, whatever you have, whatever works.
Okay.
You know. But I like the fact that, I mean, bread, the probability that someone will have bread and the probability that we do make French toast
Is very
is
high.
very high.
So-
So now you just twist it and turn it into a dessert.
With your bread, can you go white?
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Brown
your
bread
choice.
is just
White
a
bread,
preference.
brown bread, whole wheat,
Okay.
whatever works for you. So now I'm going to line the pan
With your
my
bread.
bread slices, yes. So the sliced ones work. If you don't have sliced ones, you slice it.
Okay.
But this is just convenient. You know? Okay. So they can overlap. You know, which
Just covering the
yeah,
the
just
sides,
the
the
sides,
bottom,
yeah.
everything. All right.
So there. And then when you have that, you basically throw in your berries.
Oh, just like that.
Just like
That's
that.
very simple
Yeah,
and easy.
just throw them
All over.
all over like that.
And then
Now we will beat the eggs. Our eggs over here. So I've got eggs here.
3 eggs or
No, it's
2 eggs.
these are 4 eggs. So this would go into about, what's this, 2, 4, 6, 8 slices of bread. Now I put a bit of salt in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you using the eggs to dress the bread?
Yes, we're making French
To
toast.
turn it into
remember?
the French?
Yes, French toast. That's
Okay.
exactly. So our milk
Into your eggs.
into my eggs. So it's about a cup, the equivalent. Okay.
Beat it up.
Yes.
Oops.
That's fine. Okay, put that up. Throw in
Your butter.
the butter.
Oh,
So
it
I had
also
had
goes
3.
in there.
Yes, I had 3 or 4 spoons of butter. I took the one and I melted it and put it in the base.
All right.
And then now we put the rest in here.
Okay.
Vanilla essence, about a teaspoon. You know, the lid is always a good sort of measuring for it. So about 2 of these.
Okay.
And then the mixed spice. So if you don't have mixed spice, it's hard to find in the shops now. You can just mix spice
Cinnamon.
release, you with nutmeg,
Cinnamon,
cinnamon, clover. You can, if you don't have a powdered clover, a clove, sorry. If you don't have
can
powdered
just-
clove, you grind it, you know? And then,
That's a very powerful mix as well.
yeah, then you, yes. So we mix it. Okay. You mix it, and then last, when it's all mixed, we will throw in the sugar. Okay.
So that's half a cup of sugar.
No. Woo, not
That's
half
a lot. Quarter cup of sugar. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I think this essentially was about
Quarter.
maybe four tablespoons.
Four
Yeah,
tablespoons.
but honestly, it's to your taste. If you want it sweeter, going sweeter.
You add
but you
more
want
sugar.
the sugar, the sweet and savory coming out.
Okay.
So once you've mixed that, okay, I need to put this as well, sorry. That's
Just
the
somewhere
pecan nuts.
between the berries.
Yeah, just sprinkle them. Okay. And then, so the butter is going to melt on its own, it's fine.
Okay.
Because ultimately it will go into the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you do here.
Just drizzle it all over your bread.
Yes, all over the bread. Don't mind the butter.
It goes in.
Yeah. And really that's it. So you take foil, which is another important step,
Okay.
is you take foil.
Okay, and you said foil is a very important step.
Yes.
So we just pour up this nice piece of foil. And
You take please pass me, there's a
ceramic spray.
dish spray.
Oh, spray. Yeah.
On there. So this side, the
shinier side.
yeah. You sort of spray it out like that if you have, or you can butter it
Okay.
so that you put it in like that.
So any other quick, easy desserts that we can prepare besides this one? The overnight one.
It doesn't have to be overnight, hey? But desserts, there's always trifle.
Yeah.
There's so many quick and dirty desserts that you get. There's cheesecake, which is people think is quite complicated, but it's not.
It's very easy.
Yeah, those are my go-tos all the time. And then like your lava cake, which is really like mix everything in one with like your Oreo lava cake, and you pop it into the oven, and you have a nice chocolate cupcake, not cupcake, like a sort of a cake, mini cake with a soft center.
But I think it's very easy for our viewers. Most of us are on social media now, and
Yes.
My Kitchen Top is the best platform to get all of these ingredients, because you do put them there step by step, and even the visuals are there. That's
Yes.
what encourages you to actually go on out and make that dish.
Exactly.
So you press that down?
Yes, so this just is for weight.
Okay.
So you take this, put it in the fridge, and forget about it. Proceed with other things.
All right.
Okay.
And then,
Then when you're good and ready, you take it, pop it into the oven for like 30 minutes. It will, with the foil, and then take off the foil, and then leave it to brown a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what the viewers must know is that we go with a little bit of magic. So we will have it done and ready. No overnight for us, because we're smarter. So we will head on over to our table and enjoy our lovely 3-course meal that you have tirelessly prepared for us. Yes, so we get to enjoy the food at the table. Do join us. Firstly, a very, very happy new year to the beautiful ladies sitting next to me. It's been a long day of chopping, frying, buttering, seasoning, and we are finally here at the end. Chef, thank you very much for all the lovely food that you have prepared for us today. We have our starter, we have our main course, we have our lovely, lovely dessert. But firstly, my foodie for the day is back, and she is going to be engaging with our viewers, because, you know, I always say people don't trust a skinny cook. So maybe they'll trust her more. So, yeah. Mumuza, just take it away, man.
Are you saying? Okay.
What am I saying? Anyways. I'm ready to eat. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Ms. Maripe. Please tell us what you made for us for starters.
I made a creamy cheddar. Is what? Broccoli. It's broccoli soup, but it's cheddar. Yeah, it's broccoli cheddar soup. And yeah, it's basically broccoli with cream. And what else went in there? Good Lord.
A lot. Your carrots
oh yeah,
were
cheddar.
here.
There's lots of there's cheese here and there's carrots, yes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not much in terms of naan, but then I then blended it. Yeah,
okay.
which you may choose to blend it or you may choose to just eat.
Keep it at
Keep
like
it
chunky.
Yeah.
Should we?
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it smells amazing. And I think blending vegetables up is one way to enjoy them because you don't really get to see the whole thing, which may make you not want to have them.
Is
Like-
that a bad thing?
Yes.
Okay. I see.
It's you saying I see for me.
No, but
You see, umuntu
oh yeah, there's
ukazeke yena.
nutmeg now. Yeah, yes, I also there's nutmeg in there, which I didn't mention. So that's coming out.
What do you think
Tastes
about
nice.
this?
The cream.
This definitely shied away from the broccoli, the
Yeah.
vegetable thing.
So you can almost eat this, and then here afterwards, then they tell you you just ate a whole head. You just had a whole head of broccoli.
Yeah.
You can taste. I see
Dominant.
overpowering, yeah. It's very nice.
It's a very good dish. And as you said, I think for me, the filling part, I can already like eat it because like a creamy dish can be a bit filling. So maybe I just have this for supper on like winter days. You
Yeah,
see,
on a cold
it
day.
goes past our New Year's thing. This is good for a cold day.
But since it's raining these days, you can have it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I actually think it's a kind of soup you can whip up at lunch. It doesn't, hot or cold day, even in summer, you know, it's filling. It has a bit of texture, and
healthy.
depending how you blend it, you can actually achieve that kind of, you know, have those the vegetables still bits of it
bit
in
chunky.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Chef. I really love this. But angifuni lokusuza. Ngoma setai as iphathi lenkulu. We still have our main and our dessert. So I just jump into this a little bit and then we move on to the good parts. Stay with us. And you know what I always say when I get to this part. Mina, maybe you don't know, but I only have 3 words. I hope you'll understand them. That's it for me. That is it for me. This just, it doesn't need you to talk too much. Just use your mouth and enjoy.
Ms. Thabile, this is a very lovely looking plate.
Thank you.
Please tell us what you made us.
Okay, this, is the dish that took its own time. This is duck. So I made glazed duck and a mash, which is smoked mash, and with a sort of a summer salad with summer veggies.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Which I was
really
about
simple
to
plate.
comment on. Looks very vibrant,
Yeah.
The
summery.
colors are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The colors are beautiful.
So
Yes,
it's
because
really it's veggie. It's cucumber, it's radish, it's a medley of tomatoes, it's gooseberries.
oh, okay.
Yes, and then it's peas. So really you can throw in anything.
Anything that...
Yeah. And carrot.
Okay.
And dill.
Yeah. And dill in there. Yeah. And then I made like a dressing with just olive oil, vinegar, and salt and pepper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Let's.
Dig in. Hope you enjoy.
I like how the mash is a different color from the mash that I'm used to having.
Yeah, that's the paprika. It would change the color. The small paprika. So, let's see.
How's the duck?
Have you had the duck? No. Are you avoiding the duck?
No, I'm like, hey, if anything, you die first.
No, duck is... Actually, for me, duck tastes closer to beef than it does to chicken.
Okay.
Which is like a weird thing because it really falls under poultry, doesn't it?
And...
I'm still trying to cut mine.
Is it hard?
It is.
Really?
I think we
it's,
got the bitter end of
yeah.
the stick. But it looks nice. It's just that it's the thigh. Now I'm
Try it
envying.
also
With the...
relish there. It's
Yeah.
quite nice.
Did you try with the relish? You said this is from the residue that came from your honey glaze.
Yeah, from the glaze.
You just
Yeah,
drop it on top of your... I almost said chicken. You drop it on top of your duck, and you dig in. There's that thing, spicy thing going on. It's very good.
Duck is good.
The duck is good.
I like duck because it's much as it's like a like you said earlier, annual.
Yeah, once in a while.
Once a year you can have duck, kind of thing. So it's
So, actually, before you tell us what you think about this dish, can you tell us about your goals for the new year? What's your year looking like? Are you new year, new me, or...
No, New Year's, same old me.
Hey, because the new me thing doesn't
Yeah,
work
it doesn't
anymore.
work. It doesn't work. Just
And-
sticking to the decisions that I make.
Okay.
Yeah.
And get a bit of the review on our...
I love the duck. It's very nice. The relish is nice, goes well with the meat and the mash.
mash.
Yes.
And the mash is quite different as well. It's not your regular white mash. Milk,
With milk and butter.
butter, done.
yeah. I think the beauty with food now is you just do
Anything.
Honestly, you just decide to throw in this or throw in that, and you just play around with the food.
To my two lovely ladies, I hope the year ahead is going to be maybe as sweet as this dessert and as fantastic as the food that we've had today. It has to be like that, It needs to be a good year. We've gone through so much. COVID has deprived us of so many things, so it has to work.
It has to.
It's a must, So what are your expectations for 2022?
Oh gosh, it just has to be a better year. And I think the past 2 years have kind of equipped us to know that transitioning into a new year is not necessarily shattering.
Yeah.
It just happens, you're there.
Yeah.
And so you just have to keep the right mindset because a lot is happening. And yeah, mental health is an actual thing. We need to be taking care of ourselves in that space because we are handling the most,
Yeah.
People are carrying loads that
We
they
didn't
have
know about.
no idea
Yeah.
about, and it's a lot.
Everybody is.
Yeah, everyone is. So yeah, that for me, it's just keep on keeping on and knowing that I'm still here.
That got
The
us a
fact that
little
I'm still-
sad.
Yeah, I'm still, yeah, you know, I'm still
Yeah, we
here.
made
So
it,
that,
eh?
that means something. God still has some purpose, some plan for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after all the losses that have happened, yeah. Well, that got sad real quick. I hope this will lighten up my mood.
So this is, it's, it's French toast. A fruitcake French toast. So there's the element of spicy and fruity, which comes with the fruitcake. You know, Christmassy, festive comes
The
with
nutty.
Yeah. So
Nutty.
I couldn't make a cake. Certainly not a fruit cake. So bread became the easiest option.
The mixed spice really went.
And the pecan nuts.
This is a very good dessert, especially for our health cautious people, because it's not too sweet. And for sweetness, maybe you can drizzle a bit of syrup if you like, and zhuzh it up for yourself. And for you, Miss Samgelisiwe Makongo, what are your plans or your expectations for the year ahead?
I'm just hoping it becomes a better year.
It
We're
has
all
to.
going through something.
It has to.
Everybody's complaining. Everybody's lost somebody they're close to. I'm just hoping 2022 is going to be a much better year for us, because we're all going through something.
Yeah.
Every time I ask someone, how have you been, they tell me a sad story. There are no more happy stories, even if they're just
Very little.
very little here and there. And then everything goes back to
Yeah, sadness.
sadness, COVID, and
Yeah, but for me, the viewers at home, I do encourage you guys to remain positive, remain hopeful, and things will certainly come together. It shall. This too shall
They
pass.
have to. They
This
have
too
to.
shall pass. We will be seeing you again next year, where we prepare you the best of, these 3-course meals. And hopefully we'll be seeing familiar faces. You're no strangers to us. So we'll be seeing you on many other platforms. Your social media, which you're still very much doing.
My kitchen top.
Your kitchen top.
My
kitchen
kitchen
top. Your kitchen top. People should definitely follow you there and check out your recipes. You know your business. So if you want to know your business as her business or your whatever, definitely follow her and check out her recipes. And for Samgelisiwe, where can our viewers catch you?
well, at
You're
home,
not a blogger, but you do cook, of course.
I do cook.
Yes.
I do cook. I do catering as well. Yes. So on my Facebook page, you can follow me, and on Instagram,
All right, it's just Mumuza.
Mumuza Mako.
Mumuza Makongo. That is it, my lovely viewers. You know what I say. There are many other shows to catch on Eswatini TV, so please make sure that you do catch those shows throughout the year, and we hope you have a blissful, blissful year. From us, it's a very loving, happy new year.